What's up, beautiful people? I'm live streaming on TikTok, but if you're watching the YouTube playback, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Give me a second. I'm lighting an incense off camera, and I'm gonna let some people join into the TikTok live stream, but I appreciate you being here. If you'll click the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and keep in mind that this may not resonate with you. I'm probably just gonna do a little bit of chatting. It's Sunday for me, so I'm just gonna say hi to everybody, tap into the collective energy. I think I also want to look into spring because spring is this week. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Hi, Camilla. Hi, everybody joining in. Thanks for being here. I don't know the last time I was even live on TikTok, to be honest, but I am trying my best to do a live stream once a week. Sundays seems to be working for me right now, but I did a live stream on Instagram last week. Now we're on TikTok this week. I have channel messages for you guys that I feel like I need to deliver really quickly. Hi, everybody. I have a bunch of channel messages coming through, and I don't want to get distracted by the chat, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Please tap the screen for me to let people know we're live and to push the video out. It feels good to be back, but I need to get the channel messages out really quickly before I forget. This week, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't need to tell anybody why you're saying no. You don't need to have this lengthy worded document about why you're saying no. No is a complete sentence. And I see some of you having to say no this week. Okay, the Seven of Wands was at the bottom of the deck. It's the first thing I was seeing. I needed to say that. And then the other channel message is, you're never given more pain than you can take. But I just delivered that message on TikTok, and I just did another reading for my Virgo channel talking about that. So we won't hyperfixate on that energy. I want to say hi to you guys, though. Now I got that out, let me say hi. Hi, Shaggy. Hi, Carissa. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. How are we feeling? How are we doing? In this reading, we're going to talk about spring, what's manifesting for spring, because this week is spring. Spring is coming for the Northern Hemisphere, and I could not be more excited. Oh my God, we're on the last push. We're on the final push. We're doing it. We've been doing it, okay? But I'm really excited. I just feel really excited. Spirit keeps showing me this vision of like a canoe. I don't know if any of you guys are into canoeing or live by a river or something about boats. Canoes could be significant, but Spirit keeps showing me this visual of us being in this canoe, and we've been going through rapid waters. So Spirit was like, you're doing so well, given your current circumstances. You're doing so well along your journey. And Spirit wants me to come here today, to confirm this to you, because some of you are so hard on yourselves, and I get it. But you're doing the best you can with what you're being given, right? And what you've been given. And Spirit wanted me to tell you and validate you that you're doing well. Some of you just have such high expectations for yourselves, and I think that's amazing. I think that's so incredible, but Spirit is telling me to tell you that you're doing well with what you've been given. So let me break down the visual that I was showing. We're in unprecedented times. Keep that in mind. So it's like, we don't know what is going on. We have no idea. We're all figuring it out as we go. You know, you're not alone if you feel like that right now. But Spirit was showing me this visual of rapid waters. It was like this big river, and it's cold, and it's raining, and it's dark, and we're in a canoe, and most of us have never even been in a canoe before. Hey, I've never been in a canoe, so I'm like, this is new, and I'm like, how do I work this? What are these oars doing? And there's people in the canoe I don't know, so it's just a lot of new. We're in unprecedented times. It's rocky, it's confusing, and we're doing the best we can, all right? Spirit really wanted me to come through to confirm that to you today, that you're doing the best you can with what you've been given, all right? You're doing well, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for finally getting that out. They were so adamant that I told you that today, because some of you have been beating yourself up, and they're like, we hear you, but you're doing well. Given your current circumstances, you're doing well. All right, and then no is a complete sentence. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for being here on a Sunday and spending some of your time with me. Keep in mind that these are general readings. This is collective. I don't do anything personal over the live streams. Please don't ask me. And don't take anything personally. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Don't force it. Whatever resonates, resonates. All right. No is a complete sentence. That was something I was getting to. Hi, Sandy. I'm doing so much better. Yeah. I'm doing so much better today. I hope you're doing well. You're welcome, Court. So what I wanted to talk about in this reading, I'm just so excited to connect with you guys right now. I can just feel my mind running a million miles a minute. I want to talk about spring. I want to talk about what's coming up for spring, what's manifesting for spring in the Northern Hemisphere. If you don't live in the Northern Hemisphere, just ignore the word spring. You can still resonate with what I'm going to be talking about, okay? But I'm in the Northern Hemisphere. A lot of people who are going to be watching this are in the Northern Hemisphere, so that's what I'm talking about is spring, but apply it to your situation how it fits. And then I want to break down the pain that you've been feeling. So who's been feeling pain lately? Raise your hand if you've been feeling pain. Yes, for the collective. And thank you for saying you enjoy the readings, Jen. I'm so happy that you're here. Yeah, okay, hands are raised, right. No problem, Sandy, you are getting there, you're making progress. Trying is succeeding, right. So a lot of us have been feeling pain. There's been a lot of heavy emotions, myself included. This past week I was depressed for 4 days. And so depressed to the point that I just couldn't get out of bed. And I was hanging up on people in phone calls, and I was just like pushing things off. And I was like, I need to honor what my body is feeling, what I'm transmuting, and what I'm going through. I need to honor it. And some people don't understand it. Some people don't get it. And that's because maybe they've never experienced depression before. Maybe they don't let themselves feel what they're feeling. It doesn't really matter, but I really needed to kind of seclude myself this week from anybody and everybody who was only exacerbating the problem and trying to throw like little band-aids at the problem. And I was like, what if I don't want to be treated like a problem? What if I don't want to be fixed? What if I just want to feel how I'm feeling and let myself feel it, right? So I honored that this week. Some of you have been feeling it too. But I keep channeling that it was the last push, the last pull. Spirit was showing me, they weren't showing me because I don't want to see it. They were telling me, thank you, that the baby is crowning. The last push. So someone could be pregnant and there's somebody having a baby very soon. This could be you or somebody in your family, but on a spiritual level, like the baby is crowning. That last push is coming. And there's going to be a birth of new life, a birth of new creation, and the ending of one life or the ending of something as you once knew it. And that's where the pain has been coming from this week, guys. Like that's really where it came from last week, is this ending of the parts of us that hurt us. Okay, the other channel message I was getting is that this week, you're going to be getting along with the voices in your head. You're getting along with the voices in your head this week. You needed to experience the pain. You needed to transmute the pain. You needed to feel the pain so that you can befriend the pain. And a lot of you feel like you're losing your mind. Me too. And people I keep talking to are like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. And I'm trying to reframe it for everybody by saying that you're losing the parts of your mind that hurt you and you're actually finding more of yourself. That's what's going on. But it does kind of feel like you're losing your mind. And it's like, what is going on? Totally normal, totally natural right now. We're in eclipse season. We're in retrograde season. We're transitioning from winter into spring. The earth literally is. We're also going to be transitioning into the zodiac new year, which I'm learning to believe is the real new year. January, February, middle March are just not the new year. It's the ending of the winter. It's the ending of life as we once knew it. Society told us that it was the new year, but I truly believe that the new year doesn't start until spring equinox and when we head into Aries season. And every time that I focus on new during those seasons, during that time, I see growth. I see things like actually stick and land and take off for me. But when I try all of the new during January, February, up to the middle of March, it's disappointing. I don't know how else to say it, but it feels disappointing, right? It's like nothing sticks, nothing lands, nothing takes off the ground, and you take 3 steps forward and then you end up taking like 6 steps back. And that's just because it's not the new year yet. So the new year is beginning this week. I feel very excited about it. Thank you for tapping the screen, all of you who are tapping the screen. Should we break down what the pain is teaching us first, or should we look into March? Or, excuse me, should we look into spring? Let me know. Hi, Corinne. I'm glad that you're aligned to me on TikTok Live and Instagram. Thank you for being there on Instagram. Yes, both, but which one first? Sorry, not March. Spring. We're looking into spring and what's manifesting for spring, and we're also wanting to break down what the pain has been teaching us. Part of me feels like we should break down what the pain was teaching us just so that we can end on a high note, but it's up to you. You let me know. Okay, yes. Okay, we're gonna do pain and then spring. Thank you guys for typing in the chat. We're gonna do pain and then spring. If you don't wanna sit through the pain part, I respect you. You can scroll out and try to come back whenever we do talk about spring. But I encourage you to sit through this if you have been feeling some sort of pain and trying to figure out why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. Let's do it. Let's break down the pain first. I think that that's smart. I think that that's a good way to begin. Spirit, angels, ancestors. Let's find out. Crystal says fair. She gets it. Okay, koi fish could be significant for you. Also Texas, Dallas, or San Antonio. But those signs don't have to be significant. Who is experiencing spring break? Whose spring break is this week? Who's on spring break? I'm kidding. Spring break. Daytona. I'm doing really well today, Crystal. Thank you. I let myself have the breakdown, and the breakdowns always lead to breakthroughs, and I've been feeling incredible this weekend. So thank you so much for asking. I'm sending all of that lovely, positive energy back to you. Soon, next week. Okay, you just finished spring break. It was so much fun. Yeah, I feel a lot of spring break energy in the collective. Definitely rebirth. Okay, spirit, angels, ancestors, come through for this collective. Let's all take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you. Okay, the first message I'm getting is that you're making a comeback, and this pain is this pain is actually healing you. This pain is trying to show you just how strong you are. Okay, but let's see what the cards have to say. What is this pain teaching the collective, or what has this pain been teaching the collective? The Nine of Wands, look at this. This is literally the Wounded Warrior card. Spirit has been so crazy accurate with these cards lately. I don't know what's going on. I can't explain it. It's unexplainable. But the Nine of Wands is literally the Wounded Warrior card. This person is in pain. Look at the bandages. Wow. So the pain, I think, has been trying to teach you that you've been avoiding it. You haven't been looking at it. Some of you have been putting band-aids on it. Some of you have been just avoiding it, pretending it's not there, and then it's there, right? It's like you can't ignore a wound that's there. Yeah, you can't just throw a band-aid on a wound and hope that it fixes itself, like takes care of itself. Like, wow, this is gonna be really honest. I think that it's important that we get really honest about the pain that we've been feeling so that we understand it and so that we can move past it. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna be brutally honest here. Spirit is just coming through. Some of you haven't been looking at the pain. You haven't been wanting to experience the pain. You haven't been wanting to feel the pain. You just haven't been looking at it. And so the pain is trying to teach you that you have to look at it. You have to acknowledge it. It doesn't go away until you acknowledge it. And now, this is something I've been channeling this week, is that the problem doesn't need to be fixed immediately, okay? Some of you, though, the reason you're not looking at it is because maybe you don't know how to fix it. And what if you don't need to know how to fix it? What if it doesn't need to really be fixed? What if it just needs to be acknowledged and looked at? But some of you also want to go like 0 to 100. You're like, okay, I want to look at the pain and then immediately know how to fix it. I immediately want to be able to fix it. And what if you're not supposed to solve it immediately? What if it doesn't need to be solved immediately? And that came through for me this week too, because I was trying to talk about what I was going through this week, and being online and talking about yourself and being vulnerable obviously opens you up to a lot of perspectives and opinions and judgment. And I just learned to accept it. But when I was trying to communicate what I was feeling, I was met with a lot of advice or solutions immediately that I did not ask for. And that's when I had this download where I was like, what if the problem doesn't need to be solved? What if I'm allowed to just observe the problem, sit in the problem, acknowledge the problem? Like, what if that's okay? What if it doesn't need a solution right away? And when I do that, the problem ends up solving itself. Or let's say 4 days later, I get the solution. But some of you, it feels like we were trying to solve the problem immediately. We're trying to throw any solution, any advice, anything that will make the pain go away. And it's not going away because what if you're not supposed to be trying to fix it? Or what if you're not supposed to be trying to fix it immediately? Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. What else is this pain trying to teach you? Or what is this pain trying to teach us collectively? The Justice. Wow. Some of you gave passes to people. Like some of you let people get away with things or let people get away with saying things and you took on the pain. Okay, so what I'm channeling here is that some of you have had other people project pain onto you. The phrase hurt people is coming through, but some of you are not the type of person to hurt others, so you just bear the weight of whatever pain they're throwing on you. And some of you have been giving people a pass for their behavior, for their actions, for their words, for years. For some of you, you're recovering people pleasers. I keep channeling recovering people pleasers. But you're done doing that, and the pain is trying to get you to look at how you've been ignoring it and how you've been letting people get away with things. But you're the one who has to feel the pain. Wow. You're done ignoring it, and you're done avoiding it, and you're done taking on other people's pain for them. That's not fair to you. You have your own shit. You have your own things. It's not fair to you to take on the pain of others as well as the pain of yourself and then ignore all of it. Wow. I also keep channeling that the pain that you're feeling is trying to bring in balance. Because once you feel the pain, once you go through this pain, there's the other side. And the opposite of pain is pleasure. Spirit keeps channeling that to me today. The opposite of pain is pleasure. But you can't feel the pleasure unless you go through the pain. You can fake feeling pleasure. We see people do that all the time. That's everywhere. You can open up your phone screen and scroll and people are pretending to be happy. People are pretending to live a pleasurable, pleasing life. You can fake it, but some of you don't want fake. You want real. And it's like, how do I get real pleasure? You have to feel the pain. That's what I'm channeling. That's just what I'm seeing. And then we're seeing the 5 of Cups in the reverse. I really keep getting that this pain is also trying to help you heal the relationship with yourself because you're not a disappointment. You're not a letdown. You're not worthless. You're none of those things. But some of you have created a monster in your head. Or some of you have been avoiding the pain that the pain has created a monster in your head. But you're not a disappointment. You're not a letdown. You are worthy. You are lovable. You are deserving. You are good enough. Right? Wow. I need you to start believing it. Like, I need you to start believing it because it's true. The pain doesn't make you unlovable. The pain makes you human, right? You are lovable. Doesn't matter what you've been through, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter how you've been treated, it doesn't matter. You're lovable. You are, babe. Let me tell you that. You are lovable. I just really feel like the pain is trying to get you to heal the relationship with yourself and to see the truth of who you really are. You're not what other people have projected onto you. You're not what other people have told you you are. You're none of that. You're you. You're you. Somebody knows exactly what I'm saying. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for letting me read your energy. I want to get one last card on what the pain is teaching us, and then we'll head into spring energy. One last card for what the pain is teaching the collective. Thank you, Lala. Minnie needed that. I'm glad that you heard that, Minnie. Thank you for being here. All right, last card. Oh, there's 2 cards. All right, 8 of Swords. That's connected to what we've already been saying. The 8 of Swords talks about repetition. So I don't feel like I need to repeat myself. I feel like it's not helpful for me to repeat myself about the part that you've been avoiding the pain. We get it. 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 We don't need to keep repeating it. We don't need to keep throwing that at us. Like, we get it. You haven't been feeling the pain. Okay. But we felt the pain this week. Or we're feeling the pain now because we understand that in order to get to the pleasure, we have to feel the pain. Cool. Thank you. Ace of Cups. This is what I keep channeling, so I'm really glad that it came out. The pain is trying to get you to learn how to go towards what's going to bring you pleasure. And I feel like some of you have neglected your own joys, your own passions, your own creativity. And the pain is trying to get you to realize and see that if you keep neglecting what brings you joy and passion, the more pain you're going to feel and experience. Some of you, the pain that you're experiencing is directly correlated to you neglecting what you're passionate about. It is what it is, you know? That's just the data that I'm channeling. But I feel like the pain is also trying to get you to create again, because it feels like some of you are creative, some of you are creators, alchemists. And your guides are saying that this pain is trying to get you to create again, to draw, to paint, to sing, to write, to dress up, to do makeup, to do something creative that is exciting and fun to you. And it doesn't have to make you money. And it doesn't have to make you money at first. It's something so weird I keep channeling where, like, I don't know if this is a societal thing, but it feels like it could be societal, where society has kind of made us feel like we're not allowed to have hobbies or passions if we're not making money off of them. But that is so far from the truth. And I feel like for some of you, there's this pressure on your creativity, on your passion, where it's like, if I don't make money, then I can't pay the bills, then I can't live, then I can't survive. And it's like starving artist energy. But Spirit is like, what if you release the pressure of making money and you release the pressure of it being a career? What if you just enjoy it? What if you just have fun doing it? What if you just play a little, right? Wow. Spirit is really trying to get us to see that the pain that we're experiencing is because we've neglected our pleasures, our passions, our creativity. And so I do feel like this pain is trying to get you to alchemize what you're feeling and turn it into beauty, turn it into art, turn it into something creative. This is incredible. And I also see that you're healing the relationship with yourself. There's layers to this. There is. I keep channeling that too. There's layers to it. And it's like, once you think you get so far, there's another layer that gets peeled back. And it's only because you're ready to peel back that layer at that time. I keep channeling that we're never given more than we can handle. We're never given more pain than we can take. And getting that download from me last week was monumental in the pain that I was experiencing, because I said, you know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm never going to be given more pain than I can take. So let me take this pain, let me transmute it, let me alchemize it, and let me glow. Right? I really do see you healing the relationship with yourself and getting along with the voices in your head. Right. The pain is trying to get you to heal the relationship with yourself, first and foremost. As an artist, you needed to hear this. I've been up, baby. I'm so glad that you're here and got that message. Okay. Who's ready to talk about spring? Hell yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I can't. Yeah, I'm so excited. The 9 of Cups flew out. Hello? The 9 of Cups. Your wish is being fulfilled. Your wish is being granted. You getting what you want. Everything working out for you. Duh. Why wouldn't it? You're you. Why wouldn't it all work out for you? It's 420. Blaze up. 420. That's so funny. Spirit just channeled to me that Easter is on 420 this year, and that is not a coincidence. That is it's very significant that that's happening. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. I love you so much, Hannah. I love you too. Wow, but the 9 of Cups, that's incredible. I want to put this back in the deck and get a new deck, because that deck has so much energy. I can't with it right now. I literally can't. But it does feel like that could be an omen for some of you. Spring is bringing in a lot of energy out of nowhere. Because some of you are like, what are you talking about? I've been depressed. I've been in bed. I've been exhausted. I haven't had any motivation or any inspiration. What are you talking about, crazy man on the internet? No, I get it. But what I'm channeling is that there's this like exciting energy that's coming in for you. And all of a sudden you just have so much energy. You're so excited. You're so motivated. All of a sudden. That's what I'm channeling. Okay, what is spring bringing in? This really exciting, fun energy. I feel like you're gonna get to have fun again. There's laughter and joy and fun and you playing. It's like you're a kid again. I think that's also what the pain has been trying to teach you, not to like double back, but as I channel more messages, I feel like I need to tell you them. I think that the pain is also helping you to heal your inner child, because for some of you, a lot of the wounds that are coming up have to do with your inner child and have to do with your childhood, but you are learning how to parent yourself. You're learning how to be your own best friend, and you're learning how to heal that relationship with your inner child. it just feels like you get to have fun again. Like spring is bringing in fun energy. Like you get to have fun. Okay, Carrie, I'm glad that it resonated. You needed to hear it, babe. All right, spirit angels, ancestors, we're having fun. We're having a good time. Can we get a card, please, for spring? What is spring bringing in for this collective? Wow. Okay, death and rebirth. Absolutely. That makes so much sense. We're in that season right now. Spring is bringing the end of winter. That's what they really want you to know. The end of this rebirth transformation that you've been going through. You're going to be walking through the tunnel, walking through the cave, walking through the other side. It feels like the spring energy is like a portal. It feels like you're walking into a portal. That's what I keep getting. It's crazy, but that's what I keep getting. It just feels like there's this portal opening up, this pathway opening up, and it's like, oh, I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. Thank you. We're seeing the Ace of Cups again. So spring is bringing in creativity. And it's bringing in this like joy and passion again for your art, for your practice, for your craft, whatever it is. Because some of you are so talented and there's so many different people I tap into on a regular basis. So whatever your thing is, you're getting more energy to do it, to go towards it. And I really love that we are releasing the pressure surrounding survival. That's really what it is. Some of you are not letting yourself explore your passions and your creativity because you need to survive. And I get it. I understand. But what I'm channeling about spring is that we're going from surviving to thriving. Or we're being invited to transition from surviving to thriving because the Lover's card is here. And I'm not reading this as a relationship. So before we jump to conclusions, I'm reading this as a choice. And that's what Spirit is telling to me right now, is that we can choose to transition from surviving into thriving, or we can choose to stay aligned to this past timeline, stay aligned to this old narrative. Both can still exist at the same time. And I know it's not as easy as saying like you can choose this. That's something I've been really trying to work with my spirit guides, because these cards tell you choose, you have a choice. And yes, we have free will, but it's different depending on your circumstances, depending on your mental health, just depending on so many different factors. It's not as easy as saying you can choose to transition from surviving into thriving. And I get that. So try to give me some grace on the wording of it. It is a fresh download for me. But what I'm channeling is like spring is giving us the opportunity to choose to transition into thriving. So there may be different experiences that come up for us. There may be different ideas that come up for us. There may be just new things that come up for us that are going to be that opportunity to transition into thriving. It doesn't feel like you're going to have to do this on your own, or it doesn't feel like you're going to have to figure this out on your own. It feels like if you are willing to transition from surviving to thriving, then the universe will present opportunities in which you get to do that, is what I'm feeling. But I also feel like if you want to choose to be sad and depressed and hurt and stay in the pain, then you can do that too, because you have free will. That's what I'm getting, and I hope it makes sense. Let's keep going. Temperance card. This is all about harmony. This is all about balance. So spring is bringing in harmony, peace, and balance. I'm getting something about no more resistance. Some of you feel like things are not taking off for you, things are not moving in different aspects of your life. And I'm getting that you have been experiencing some sort of You have been experiencing some sort of resistance, but there is no more resistance in spring. It feels like the gate is open, the path is open, right? Things are coming into balance. There's harmony being restored in your life. And then we're seeing the Six of Cups. But this is showing up in the reverse. Let me clarify that one. I do feel like there could be some people from the past trying to manifest you, but you're not interested, and it feels awkward. Okay, it feels awkward. Yeah, King of Cups. This is definitely about someone from your past wanting to try again. Some of you in spring are going to have a past connection trying to manifest again. But it feels awkward. you feel awkward, this feels awkward. I'm being honest. I don't know who this is, what this is, but let's find out. What is this? You're two different people now. That's what that's the awkwardness here. You're not who you used to be. They're not who they used to be. You're both walking different paths now. So it's like, what is this? Because I'm seeing King of Cups and the High Priestess. These are not a match. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the King of Cups. So there's part of you that's like, I do love this person, or I do love these people. And keep in mind that this doesn't have to be romantic, okay? This does not have to be romantic. Let me just throw it out there. When I say soulmate, it could be a friend soulmate. It could be any different type of soulmate. So it doesn't have to be romantic. It just feels like you do love these people or this person who's trying to come back into your life, but you're different now. Life is different now. It's different now. It also makes me feel like this could be like college roommates or high school friends that are trying to come back around, and you're just not the same person anymore. You don't know them anymore, and they don't know you, but there's nothing wrong with them, right? The King of Cups, like, this is why I think it's confusing. I think that's why Spirit wants to talk about it, because there's part of you that's like, there's nothing wrong. They're not hurting me, they're not harming me, they're just checking on me, they just want to see what's going on, they just want to like come back and include themselves in my life. So you're like, there's nothing wrong, but it feels awkward, it doesn't feel right. Well, this is why, because you guys are walking separate paths. Okay. Yeah, the Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. It's like, it doesn't hurt, there's nothing wrong, but it just feels awkward. Yeah. So I think that you may just be kind of like, thanks but no thanks, right? As respectfully as possible. Yeah, the Three of Cups. It feels like some of you are, you're heading in a new direction when it comes to friendships and relationships and love and soulmates and community. You're just heading in a new direction. So anything from your past does not need to be revisited. Even if these are good people, even if these are loving people, it doesn't need to be revisited. When I end relationships with people, I usually say that I believe that some people come into our lives for a season, and every season has a reason, but not every season lasts, right? And I feel that this is kind of applying to this, where these people who want to come back into your life, you've already experienced the season that you were meant to experience with them, and that season is over. For some of them, they should have really enjoyed the season with you, and that's what it is. They're wanting this nostalgic feeling. They want the feeling back. Like if this is college or high school, they're missing the feeling of college or high school or their youth, and they think that you can give it to them, or they think that reconnecting with you can give it to them. But that season is over. So some of you, I see you just being like, yeah, we had our season. I wish you the best. But I'm heading in a new direction. There's a new season coming up. New people, new friends, new connections, new community. That's what I see manifesting for you in spring. I feel like the final goodbye, like, not to be dramatic. I have a Leo rising and a Leo Venus, so not to be dramatic, but it feels like the last goodbye. Maybe you and some friends, or you in some sort of like romantic situation, or family members, you never got to say goodbye. So in spring, you finally get to say goodbye and be done with it. All right. Wow. Radhika, I hope I said that correctly. Radhika said she just visited the aunt and uncle. They benefited from Radhika because Radhika's extremely giving and supportive. Yeah. Wow. I feel like I'm done pulling cards. Like, I know I just ended that so abruptly, but I'm like, that's spring. That's spring. At least that's what I wanted to tap into for spring. I feel good about that. Your manifestations are coming in. Okay, keep the faith. Keep the faith. The seeds that you planted have already been growing. You don't need to keep checking for them. You don't need to keep wondering about when they're going to happen. You don't need to set a deadline or a time frame for these things. The seeds you have planted are going to bloom. Keep planting seeds. Keep planting new seeds. Oh, another thing I was getting is that it's retrograde season, so you might hear a lot of fear-mongering. Be mindful of that. But you might also hear a lot of people telling you that you shouldn't start anything new or you can't start anything new. That is false. But I think that there is a little truth to it, right? And what I want to tell you about that is that it's not advised to start new things during retrogrades because it may only be temporary. So that means that if you start something new during retrograde season, once retrograde season is over, it may not stick, it may not last, it may end unexpectedly, and then you could be disappointed or devastated. Sometimes that happens. It's not going to happen all the time. You may also experience delays or minor inconveniences or a little bit more difficulty than you would want if you start new things during retrograde season, but it is not impossible to start new things during retrograde season. Some of you are being encouraged to start new things during retrograde season just so that you can experiment and try new things and see if you even like it, right? So I encourage people to try new things if there is something new coming up for you, like a new passion, a new idea, a new relationship, a new job. If you want to go towards it, there is value in it, but just be mindful that it may be temporary or you may experience delays or minor inconveniences along the way, but it is not impossible to start new things during Mercury retrograde. You don't need to be afraid of not starting new things during Mercury retrograde. I wanted to show you Wrangler because he woke up from his nap. Hi, buddy. The baby is awake. You cried at first, but you're smiling now and you're hopeful for better days to come. Minnie, I'm so happy to hear that. That is such a blessing. And thank you for validating that. Thank you for saying that. I'm so happy that you feel better. I love the healing work that we get to do here. It's amazing how information can be so healing. It's amazing how just like hanging out with your family, with your friends, with people who care about you and love you can heal you in such a way, even through a phone screen, even through the internet. Hello, tired boy. Say hi to the people. Hi, people. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. This is Wrangler. This is Wrangler. We've been together for a little over 2 months now. I got him from a rescue in San Bernardino, right around the fires in LA. It was actually insane. I rescued him, he rescued me, we saved each other, and he's become my best friend. I love him so much. He's so tired though because we went to the farmer's market, and the farmer's market is a long walk for us, and then people like to say hi to him, and he goes to see his friends at the farmer's market, so he got a lot of attention and energy today, and he's just a tired boy, just a sleepy boy. Oh my god, your sister's hamster is missing? I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope he comes back, or I hope you find them. Was he surrendered? We really don't know much about his story other than the fact that he was just found on the side of the road. Like somebody just dropped this little nugget off on the side of the road. How could you do that to him? He's so precious. And he's so sweet, so well behaved. Oh my god, he's incredible. And I'm like, I know it happened because he's my soulmate, like he's my little soul baby. And so we were meant to find each other. It was divine intervention, but like, I don't know how anybody could have just dropped him off on the side of the road. Oh, thank you, Radhika. You're amazing too. He's so cute, and he knows it too. He's so spoiled. Not only by me, but by the community. And I'm really grateful for it because I've never experienced community in the way that I've been experiencing community specifically this year. And I was really reflecting on that recently, and I'm very grateful for it. Growing up, I never fit in the community. I never was a part of the community. I never felt included. I always felt ostracized and all of that. And then I went to college and it was more of the same. And then I moved to Oklahoma because my family was in Oklahoma, and I still didn't ever feel like I was a part of a community there. But now I finally feel like community is happening, and I'm very grateful for it. And Wrangler's definitely helping. Hey, Casey Ann. Yes, I did do the Spring Collective, Poonam. But I will post the replay on YouTube. Whenever I'm able to save it to my phone, I'll post the replay on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, what are you doing? Head on over to YouTube so you can always watch the playbacks of these live streams, as well as other content that is more long form. If you like more long form content and long form readings, I do have a YouTube channel. It's Chandler Mastin, but the link is in my bio here on TikTok too, if you want to just click on it and head over there. Hi, the original. I'm doing really well today. How are you? Hey, Eminem. I was channeling an Eminem song today, The Monster, by Rihanna and Eminem. So it's so funny that your username just popped up. I love you, by the way, too, Sammy. Thank you, Minnie. You were watching me today on YouTube and yesterday. Crystal, you're the best. Thank you so much for supporting the content. It's super windy for you, Original G. It's been really, really windy the past few days here, too, and it was cold and rainy. It's just the ancestors speaking. Hi, Emma. Oh my god. It's so good to see you. Hi, babe. Casey found me on YouTube a few years ago, and you love Eminem. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel, too. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you. Abracadabra, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here to receive the support. You call the winds of change, that too. Definitely. The winds are changing. Somebody said I need to move to New York. Stop reading my mind. Stop it. Because I really been thinking it. I love New York. I love New York. I'm so fearless. And I was just telling my friend in the hot tub last night that when I'm in New York, I literally transform into like the best version of myself. It's insane. And you know how they say that some cities call you because you already have a story there? New York feels like that for me. And I know it sounds like so cliche and so whatever. And the whole LA pipeline to New York City is such a thing, especially with content creators online. I get it. I'm following the trend, but I'm only feeling it. I'm only doing it because I feel it, right? I'm not doing it because it's like trendy or popular or what everybody else does. I'm doing it because it's where I feel called to. My intuition is like pulling me there, and I'm like, okay, I have a story there. But every time I'm there, I really embody Empire State of Mind. It's not a joke. Like, New York City just gives Empire State of Mind vibes. And I love myself there. I love me anywhere. That's what I'm really learning to do. I love me anywhere. And LA is such a different vibe, and I love it here, and I'm grateful for the community that I've been forming here. But I just keep feeling called to New York. We're manifesting bi-coastal energy, though, so that I can have a place in New York and LA. We're manifesting it. Because we are worthy and deserving of luxury. We are worthy and deserving of abundance. We are worthy and deserving of success. We are worthy and deserving of our desires. Absolutely. Nothing is out of reach. So we'll see. I love New York, though. Oh, you're walking. I hope you're having a good walk. Where would I want to be in New York? That's a good question. I love the city, but when I visit the city, I always have the best time when I stay outside of the city and then travel into the city on the trains. I live in downtown LA now, so I'm like used to city life now. I've become accustomed to city life now. And I know that New York City is different than LA, but I don't feel like I could live in the city unless I lived near maybe Central Park. I was thinking maybe Central Park area. But part of me is like, maybe I should live outside of the city and then drive in. I stayed in this place last year, or not last year. I stayed in this, yeah, well, it was last year. I stayed in this place in December, and I can't think of what it's called. I think maybe it starts with an A, and it's a little outside of the city, and it was really beautiful neighborhood. And it was really just like, it felt safe. It felt like a family. It was cute. And I was like, I kind of want to give Wrangler a home, you know? Now that I'm a dog dad, I feel like he needs more space to run, to explore. And I'm thinking that I would like to live maybe in the suburbs of the city and then be able to travel into the city on the train whenever I wanted to. Brooklyn, I love Brooklyn too. Oh my God, I love Brooklyn too. There's so many great places. It wasn't Albany, but that's a close one. It was like right outside of the city. It's not Astoria. Oh, it may not even be an A, and I'm gonna be so upset. There's somebody named Gia who follows me, and she lives there. And when I was there, she like recognized some of the restaurants I was eating at, and she was giving me advice. And I was just like, I don't know, but I love this place. It wasn't Amsterdam either. I appreciate you guys trying. You're so sweet. You don't have to try. Thank you, Nani. I can't think what it's called. That's so annoying. But that is the thought. Oh, you live in South Carolina now. That's very cool. I've only been to South Carolina once. Gia is a cute name. I think I've been to Hilton Head, South Carolina. That's the only place in South Carolina that I've been to. I haven't been to Astoria, Washington. I've actually never been to Washington. Oh, you're in Sydney, Australia. That's so cool. You love Hilton Head? Me too. I loved it there. You vacationed in Hilton Head as a kid? Nice. Gia's close to Gina, your name. That's so funny. Hi, Cherry. Oh my god, hi, legend. I'm so sorry you came at the end, Cherry babe. Cherry Lucia said she always wanted to catch a live. I'm just about to wrap up and get off, but I will post the replay on YouTube. Thank you, Nani, for saying you love the readings. I appreciate you. My moon sign is Cancer. Fairy 44. I have a Cancer moon, which is why I feel so deeply and why I'm like, let's talk about the pain. Cherry, do I do personals? Yes. My personal readings are available right now. There's a website in my bio here on TikTok, and there's a website in my description box on YouTube videos, and there's a website on all of my captions on Instagram and on TikTok. The website is the only place to get a reading with me, though. Please do not get scammed by people pretending to be me. I will never reach out to you to ask you for money, and I will never reach out to you to ask you for a reading. So that website is the only place to get a reading with me, and they are available. Thank you for asking. Oh, Lauren, thank you. I'm so glad that they resonate. Thank you, Minnie. I love you too. Anita, it's so good to see you. I'm sending love back. Your son's name is Chandler and he's 25. Casey, that's so cool. That's so cool. I'm 28. I'm over the halfway point of 28. I'm like, where did the 6 months of being 28 go? I have no idea. You love that I'm a Leo Venus too. I love our vibe. Same. You know what I just learned about Leo Venus the other day? I was doing a session with a client who also has a Leo Venus placement, and Spirit channeled to me that Leo Venuses have a hard time flirting with people who are not right for them. And Leo Venus has no problem with flirting. It comes very natural to us. Leo loves to flirt. Leo is the flirt, right? So having a Leo Venus, we know how to flirt naturally. It comes naturally to us. But when it's like forced or awkward or with somebody who's not right for us, it doesn't work. It doesn't happen. It's like nearly impossible. And I was like, that makes so much sense to me. Lately, my intuition and subconscious has been only like paying attention to the people who are right for me and the people who are supposed to be along my path. And if there's a little bit of someone that is like off or is not like compatible with me, my intuition illuminates it immediately lately. My subconscious is looking for my people. And I'm like, okay, I hear you. I got it. But yeah, Leo Venuses, we have no problem flirting. It's just the wrong people we're not able to flirt with. It doesn't come naturally. It's like awkward. Yeah, because the vibes are off. The vibes are off. I agree. Okay, I have to go do laundry. It's 4:44 for me right now, so that could be a synchronicity for some of you as well. But I have to go do laundry and do some cleaning and make some dinner and take Wrangler to the bathroom. So we're gonna go now. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sending tips and gifts. If you want to tip, if you want to exchange energy and send me something, I would really appreciate that. I would love it if you did, but you absolutely don't have to. I do have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. That information can be found in the captions of my videos as well. But again, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated to. Just if you want to reciprocate the energy, it is an option. We're gonna go now. I'm sending you so much love always. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace.